I'ma tell you right now, I'm toxic, but you love
We dropping an exclusive right now. We dropping an exclusive.
Yeah. Long time.
They ain't heard this one. Hold up.
We've been sitting on this shit for a little minute.
For a long time.
Definitely.
It
Come on,
go.
man. Yeah.
What it say?
What? That thing.
Hold up.
That thing.
It go. It go. What?
What?
You wanna? It go. Hold up. Cause it be costing to waste time.
No, seriously, Sterling.
This is an exclusive.
Why
are you
Exclusive
always
girls like Sterl.
with me?
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to drop this to get us in. Look at that.
Like,
Every not fucking with it.
Yeah, she hated it, but I love it,
The
bro.
beat was good. The beat
Okay.
was good.
Yeah, you ain't listen to
I
the
wasn't
words, though.
listening to the words. I was just
That's the
listening to
problem.
the beat.
That's the problem. That's always
The
the problem.
problem is actually the words, so I don't want to listen too closely.
Hold up. Get some air horns. Differently. Oh, put me up a little before we got down right now. I didn't know we was at the ends then. Yes, sir.
We're about to run out.
I see. Here you go. Hold up. Your body's my temple. Yes, sir.
All right, now wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Chill, not too much, not too much.
Why she on us like
Now
that?
she's stepping all over my song.
Yeah, she had the
It's
villain
cute.
tones.
It's cute or whatever.
She's
But
stepping
Had
all
the
over my
villain
shit.
tones, man.
In real life.
We good. We tapped in.
no, that was
do it.
good though. That was good. I really.
Let me intro this pod, man. This is important. This is episode 1 of the Sterling Jones podcast. So I'm grateful that y'all here. So let me do this. Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's Girls Like Sterl, aka Mr. No Cap, aka Sterling Jones from the Sterling Jones podcast. Today, let me redo it because I got a whole intro. I've been working on it. You want to hear it?
I definitely hear it.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's Girls Like Sterl, aka Mr. No Cap, aka Sterling Jones from the Sterling Jones podcast, where creativity breeds conversation and ideas spark brilliance. That's hard.
I like that.
That's hard. Okay.
I like that.
Yes, sir. Check me out. Okay, appreciate you. I think I said that wrong a little bit, but it's cool. Nonetheless, this is episode 1, and I'm grateful to have friends on the podcast on episode 1. KJ, I reached out to you early, and I let you know what was going on. Amber, this was literally a game time decision, like you said today. I'm glad that you came. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves. We got India in the back too, running cameras and running sound, running behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? You know what the vibe is. You know the fucking vibe. What we talking about? But you already know what it is, man. We suited and booted. We looking good. You look good. You look
Didn't
good.
get the suit vibe, but still cute.
It's okay.
So.
You look good. You look good.
Definitely.
I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Yeah, go
100%.
ahead and do your thing.
What do you want to know?
Name,
Just my
age,
name.
profession,
Okay.
all the good
My
shit.
name is Amber Kreft. I'm 28 years old.
good,
I'm
my
in
God.
law school. I'm about to graduate in May.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm about
Claps
to be
for
an
that.
attorney. Yeah. Thank
Claps
you,
for that.
thank
Claps for
you.
that.
A little
Claps for that.
round. A little round.
Little round of applause.
Yeah.
A little round.
My guy.
Yeah, for sure. My name is Kenneth Webb. Right now, I'm a PSA. You know what I'm saying? About to go to PA school. That's what I'm working towards. And I'm just happy to aid my boy in his future endeavors.
Tell us
man.
what PA
Hey, look,
means.
he finna take off.
Yeah, what is PA for the people
yeah,
who don't
people
know?
don't know.
Yeah, some of y'all don't. And you know what I'm saying? That's real shit.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
but
that's
say
okay.
what it means.
Definitely. Physician's assistant.
Okay,
Physician's
yeah.
assistant.
Yeah, check
Clap
it
it
out.
up for my guy, man. Air horns for that. Air horns for that. So look.
All my people climbing, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Good group.
So like I said, this is the first episode. This is the pilot. This is gonna be one of them ones where we just come on and we just chat. Like we do this all the time. Like, but the people who don't know, we've known each other for years through different circumstances. KJ and I went to middle school together.
Definitely.
Been tight. We were brothers. You know what I'm saying? Laughed, cried, smiled. You know what I'm saying? Talk shit together for a long time.
Legit.
Amber and I met 2016.
Yeah.
Through,
I think before then.
Now it's 26. When I remember
High
you.
school?
I didn't know you in high school.
That's true.
I didn't know you in high school. Shout out to Mallet Creek. The Mallet Creek gang. Everybody went to Mallet Creek, but I went to Harvard. You know that.
You're right. It was college.
Yeah.
We had a
But
powerhouse,
You're right.
nigga.
But
Literally.
you're from Charlotte. So.
from the city.
Yeah.
Throw the foes.
That's all that matter.
But yeah, so we here, and so we just going. What we got up there? We can just start. I mean, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling first? How's everybody feeling? What's the vibe? Who in your DMs? Who you calling late night? Is everything going good? Is everything copacetic?
Yeah, ask her.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you, KJ, you go first.
I don't know what you talking about, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm good. Life good on this side.
Life is good?
Look, let's
Yeah,
start on the topics.
same.
That shit crazy.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
chat.
Let's do this one first because this is the hot topic that everybody's talking about. The who the fuck did I marry, right? So if you've been on TikTok, if you've been on social media, you've seen Risa Tisa talking about who the fuck did I marry. So it's a series. It's 10-minute, right? 10-minute clips I think she's doing of basically a 50-part series. And she's talking about how she got into a relationship with the guy via online dating, and then she found out he wasn't who he was supposed to be. A bunch of what they call those liars that lie a bunch. What they call the liars that lie all the time? Pathological liars. He was a pathological liar. I haven't watched it because I don't have time to watch 10-minute clips over and over
I
and
haven't
over.
watched it
Can we
either.
go ahead and just dive right into
Let's
this?
dive right into it though.
Okay, so
But
look,
wait.
this my take. Real
Okay.
quick. real
Okay,
quick.
do you think?
So it's a problem with a lot of women, man.
Whoa. He would
Hey,
start
look,
like that.
I do got to be the bad guy in it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
Definitely.
it.
So it's definitely red flags that were presented
Right.
ahead of time that she ignored.
Right.
But you got to look at her, look who she is, look how she look.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
How you look and how you perceive
I'm
things
saying,
or not.
it does. It does.
And I think she
You know
said
what I'm
it too. She said that on there was a bunch of red flags presented, and she decided to ignore them.
Yeah, she ignored.
Yeah.
Because like it's definitely with anybody the shit is presented. So
Right.
you
But a
gotta-
lot of
you
people
gotta-
ignore red flags.
Yeah,
Right,
definitely.
right.
A lot of people do.
Okay.
But that's on you though, as a
And
person.
that's the thing I want to get to, and more or less like that's the overarching topic. But ignoring red flags, right? I think
Okay.
a lot
Stop
of
it.
people,
Yeah.
females in general, get into
No,
relationships.
wait. Both sides.
Okay, we'll keep it even.
Yeah, I give her that.
Both sides-
that's real shit.
Men
Both
and
sides-
women get
both
into
sides, man.
relationships.
Yeah,
Because
both
we're not
sides.
going to put everything on
No,
women.
no.
You
I-
are
of
going to
course.
take
I do agree.
accountability
No,
today. Okay?
If I don't
If
agree,
you
I'm
didn't
gonna
plan
tell you.
on, you're here today
If I
to
don't
take some
agree, I'll tell you.
accountability.
Facts,
Yeah, I
facts.
don't agree.
A bunch
But
of people,
it's on
men
both-
and
it's on
women,
both sides.
get into
Okay.
relationships after ignoring red flags, and
Yes.
then afterwards
That's fair.
like to play victim. I would say.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
play victim? My question is, can you play victim when you saw the red flags and you chose to ignore them? Are we supposed to feel bad? Is there a reason why
Not
we
at
should
all.
feel bad?
Fuck you.
What are we
But-
supposed to do?
Okay,
you.
wait a second.
You gotta, hey, look, you gotta go through that shit. Actually learn something from that lesson. At least if it teach you something.
Right.
But some people, you know what I'm saying, they're glutton for punishment.
But
Yeah,
sometimes
definitely.
red flags aren't definitive of who a person is. So sometimes I feel like people go in thinking, oh, this might be a red flag, but does that mean I should walk away, or should I kind of play it out, see how it goes, see if this is really who they are or just how they were in that moment?
And that's where the only part where I get to the man and women thing. Because men, when
sure.
we see red flags, you most times you don't continue. I feel like women have, because
We're
y'all
more
have,
resilient and we're fighters.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like y'all have that trait.
Yeah.
Unless you a young
We are.
nigga though.
Yeah, yeah. If you have,
A young
if you
nigga,
ain't been through a lot,
If you're a young nigga, he gonna give you some opportunities.
right? And I
But
feel like
a
with women,
seasoned nigga,
yeah, they gonna
I
know.
ain't finna go for that, man.
I feel like y'all
At
feel
all.
like y'all can change people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
women feel like I can nurture, I can change him to be a better person, and then
I-
that person doesn't change in
I
3,
can
6
heal
months,
him.
right? And it doesn't happen.
I can make a change, and then y'all be in pieces
Okay.
every
Let's
time.
relax. Let's
No,
relax.
I'm saying, we talking, right?
Right. Talk about it.
No,
What you got there?
shit, I'm here.
We here. We here for it.
We here.
There's some truth to what y'all
Yeah,
are saying.
100%.
So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna completely be like, hell no, we don't be trying to change niggas. 'Cause
Right.
we do. However,
Mm-hmm.
I think that seeing the good in people and I feel like we look at men and we're like, this is how they are right now, but this is not who they are. We see y'all's potential when y'all don't. And we're willing to fight, to work through that, to get y'all to that point and see your like the fullness of who you could be. And you guys are not willing to do the same. Y'all give up quick. Y'all don't know how to fight through stuff. And y'all just expect it to be perfect as soon as you enter into it. And y'all don't have the fight that we do. And that is facts.
I would say that's where that unconditional love thing comes in. I think we agree. Love is conditional. It's based off.
It shouldn't be though.
It shouldn't be, but with women, love is conditional.
No,
is.
men are conditional on their love.
Honestly,
Women
the
are
way-
unconditional
the way I view
on
it,
their love.
With women, it's like low key. No, high key. Fuck
High
that
key.
shit. It's like, what can you do for me right now?
Right.
And if you can't keep that shit up, you know what I'm saying? You about to goddamn jump shit.
And this is where I will talk about the men. Men do come into situations posing as if they're going to be something that they're not.
Yeah, facts.
Absolutely.
They come in,
Facts.
and this is, I was talking to KJ about this on the phone.
And we gonna keep it fair tonight too.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it. Let me make a disclaimer because I don't want nobody to come in the comments saying
We gonna keep it fair.
KJ and sterile. No.
Toxic ass niggas.
Men, this is for you too.
Nah.
This is for you too. This is what I feel like.
We gonna keep it
Men
fair.
have reflective behavior, right? When you're trying to get a girl and you see what she likes, you immediately figure out. That's our little thing. And I hate to give the tricks up, fellas, but the gig is up. You can see a girl and you meet her and she's like, yeah, I like to watch Friends. And you be like, oh shit, well, I like Friends too. And you be like, yeah, I like to, go out on the weekend and get ice cream and shit. I like to. These niggas don't be liking none of the stuff they be
So
telling
you're
y'all.
not
At
genuine up front.
And
is
I would-
what you're saying.
Most of the
You're
time,
not
honestly, men are
honest.
not. Men go at situations knowing how we can get to the end. Men think, solve, and act. And when we think about it, we solve the problem, you act on it, you can figure you can get this girl if you are reflective in behavior. I feel like a lot of women are
honest.
okay, you can be honest, but I'm saying what men do in a way to get women sometimes in an ungenuine way is just reflect the behavior that you like.
Yeah.
And that's why girls like, yeah, he was saying all the things I like to hear. Same with the Risa Teaser girl. I think she was saying,
Gotcha.
he says all the things I like. He does all these things that I like to do, blah, blah, blah. But then you find out 3-6 months later that person is not who he's claimed to be.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it comes most times after they've had sex with him and girls wonder why they get ghosted.
Yeah, no, that's facts. I always
what I mean?
think that, unfortunately, the behavior that is questionable, unfortunate, usually comes after you already are kind of attached to this person, giving
Right.
them so much. You're in it, so you're more willing to be okay with it and deal with it.
Right.
And it's like, damn,
Then you find out
y'all
that
been
it is
together.
what it isn't.
Yeah, like, shit.
You'll learn over time, man. Look,
Yeah.
you learn to judge a person off the content of their character, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like any woman you deal with, you learn it over time. Content of their character. Look, the baddest hoes and shit, you think, yeah, toss it to the shit to the side. No, I'm saying? Like, no, I'm saying you need to throw that shit to the side. You shouldn't chase that.
Right.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
just
saying.
because they look good.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't just because they look good. It's the content of their character.
But do you
Oh, who they
really
are.
pursue women because of the content?
Yeah, 100%. She still
No, like,
gonna look good,
honestly.
though.
And that's sort of,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is who I am.
she got to look good.
She gonna have to. I gotta be attracted to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Throwing that rod in you and shit. In the back, yeah, for sure, definitely.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like and that sort of brings to the point we didn't put up
And
there.
that's
but-
real shit though. You got it's upkeep, not to cut you. It's
Go ahead.
Because as we get older and shit, certain things like y'all toss to the side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look, I'm the bad guy tonight.
Is this Kevin
Hey,
Samuels
yeah,
Jr.
look,
on
I'm
the
him.
on the
Hey,
pod?
look.
Let's do
Hey,
it.
look.
Why we
Hey,
dressed up
why we
tonight?
on it? Hey, look,
Jr.
why we on it? To my guy.
But
right
no,
now.
we're
okay,
not.
let's talk
Right
about.
now.
Okay, 1 second.
Moment of
Let us do
silence,
this.
my guy.
Let us do this.
Yeah, man, you gotta hold that. Hey, look.
Let us do this. But let me say this
Rest
though.
in peace.
Rest
but
in peace to my
no.
God. But let me say this
I
though.
appreciate that,
Let
for
me
sure.
say this though, because I've done like this whole week. I've been studying. I've been looking. I was like, obviously when Kevin Samuels became a thing, it was something that the women was
Major.
like, bro, fuck Kevin Samuels, blah blah blah.
Major.
But if the part that y'all didn't see, I just watched it last night. He got on men just as hard as women.
It's hard.
It was a guy that got on there
But
last
y'all
night.
thought that like it was like one-sided.
One-sided.
And that's what I don't appreciate.
Right.
Because he was really on men before women.
Okay,
Tell-
so
tell-
tell us,
tell the history.
tell
Tell the
us
history
what
first.
it was
Right.
Okay,
that he
so-
was on men about. Because
so,
if he was,
like-
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
K-Sam been on like YouTube for years.
Okay, yeah, we
Like
know that.
he
Prior to going viral.
Yeah, 100%. He was literally, he had a whole segment based just strictly on men, getting on their head and bettering them. You
Talk
know
about the
what I'm saying?
colognes at the-
Cologne. It
was about-
even
it-
later when he got popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'd start the show with, hey, cologne of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Woody woo.
It was more about women. It was about more about
Smell good,
men
damn.
empowerment. It was more about
That's
like,
it, man, like-
or men improvement.
But we had
Okay.
nobody like that.
Right,
And you gotta
right.
think, the further
So-
the further we go, and I know you can attest to this, like it's a lot of men that's led astray.
Yeah.
And that's real shit though.
But what took a turn? Like, at what point did he come from empowering men to diminishing women?
Okay, so I'll tell you right now.
I don't know how it's
This one that happened. This shit got too gritty for everybody.
It got a little crazy.
Yeah, he called a bitch a linebacker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And when he said-
So
Kev was
real
just,
shit.
Kev was a brutally honest person.
super
and on
brutal.
both sides. On both sides, he would tell a man
he
like,
called a little dick ass nigga.
right, small
that.
dick energy.
Yeah, everything. I'm saying it's real shit.
But it's
y'all-
more, go ahead.
do your thing. I
It,
apologize.
it was
my
more.
man.
No, we gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure the
Niggas
flow.
love Kim.
Nah. So it was
No,
more or
no,
less
it's
about
real shit.
over time, and what I've studied, like KJ said, he started off on men empowerment because a lot of dudes don't have that male in their life that tells them, hey, you need to do this when you go on a date. You need to make this much when you're trying to deal with a certain type of woman. You need to look like this when you're going out. So
Okay.
that's what it started as, and then he said that comment, and then the average at best
But
comment.
can I even interject there? Because
Yeah, of
isn't
course.
some of that toxic
I'll say this.
masculinity where men are told to be a certain way and y'all are actively trying to be that and y'all can't attain that?
Let me say
Hey,
this.
look,
And then you
look.
guys are actually insecure and unsure of who you are.
And that's fair, but-
because you are told to be someone that you'll never achieve. And
So-
that's not because you can't, but because it's unrealistic and it's unfair.
So, what do you consider like toxic masculinity exactly? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
No,
Let me say this as you think on that answer.
Yeah.
He was, I forgot where my train of thought, but it was more or less about, like I said, a lot of guys grow up with, in today's society, and we'll get on why it's like that. A lot of men grow up being raised by women.
Okay.
So
yeah,
when you talk
that's
about
fair.
men, is it toxic? That's how we take information. Men
Mm-hmm.
are super straightforward. He would get on there and say, you need to make this amount of money. You don't need to date until you're 30, and you don't need to approach these type of women until you reach a certain caliber.
100%,
And men
man.
receive that.
So like,
So when
come
you
on,
say
man.
the same thing to a woman, I think when it was more or less his delivery and tone. When you talk to a man like that, like if KJ was here and I was like, bro, your breath stink, bro, you need to, he would just go
Yo,
fix it.
that's how we talk.
Now, if you're out with y'all go out and she got on a black dress and it's not the best fitting dress for her, you would say,
Talk to
yeah,
him.
I think you need to like change this. You might need to like put this on. That's how girls talk to each other. Men talk to each other
not the same
straightforward.
way, man.
So it wasn't toxic the way he was talking. It was more or less direct. And the men took
But that's
that.
not what I'm saying is toxic. It's not,
Okay, what
it's
part
not
is-
the
what's toxic?
delivery.
What's toxic?
The message is what's toxic.
I mean, what do you-
because
what
you are
message?
being
What's the
told.
message?
No.
What
You're
message is
being
toxic?
told to be a certain type of man, and that doesn't give you the space and
I'm
the
glad you said this. I'm
opportunity
gonna
to figure
dive
out
in.
who you are as a man. You're being told to be somebody that you may not be. That's what's toxic. The message is toxic.
That's fine.
I don't care about the delivery.
Okay.
Women can handle directness, so it's a misconception to think that we can't, because we can.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the message is what's toxic. What's being said is not what I care about.
Okay.
The message, well, that didn't make sense, but the delivery is what I don't care about. The message itself is what is toxic.
Okay.
Because y'all think being a man means being successful, being able to provide, being at a certain monetary point in life.
Yeah.
And that's not always what it means. To me, that doesn't define your masculinity. Are you emotionally intelligent? Are you mentally intelligent? Are you able to show up for me in ways that, can you meet me where I am mentally? I don't care what you have. You could have all the money in the world and that means nothing. And that's facts. Everybody can't say that, but I really can.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah,
They
you're
can't.
you're
They
one of those
can't.
You're
phenomenal.
talking to a woman
Right,
who
right.
They can't because it's not you.
And you brought this up. You were raised by a woman. I was raised by a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, having a man, granted, do I want a partner in my life? Yes. But
Mm-hmm.
do I have to have it? No, because I've seen what it looks like to be raised by a woman.
You know why?
alone.
Because you was raised to be like independent.
Yeah, but I'm not overly independent. I
indeed.
believe in having a partner.
But this is the thing where that part comes up.
Yeah.
I don't see it as toxic because those are the things men need to hear. So I'm usually the anomaly in situation. I grew up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
So I saw
Solid.
what the man did and I saw what the woman did. And I'm not saying, traditional has changed. Like we
It
almost
has.
all 30. 30 was different
Yes.
when we was
It's
younger
cool.
Yeah.
than what 30 is now. We the cool 30.
exactly. You know
what I mean?
We
So
don't
like
have children in a home and
it's different now.
And a man-
When we was young, and I said, you 30 years old, nigga, I'm expecting you to have a kid
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
wife. Like,
It's different.
But it's different. So I would say this to say, like, when you grow up seeing both sides, and I look at what my dad did for my mom.
Yeah.
My mom never had to ask for anything. Anything that's done, even today, if y'all were to go outside and get mugged, God forbid, knock on wood, if y'all were to go outside and catch a flat tire, the first person you're going to call is a man. And when that happens, that's the times where the man shit comes into play. And that's where I look at, like, you do need to be making a certain amount of money. You do need to be a certain type of man, and I'm not saying it in a bad way where you have to be a man to the point where you don't have any emotional intelligence, because that's something we do all have to work on.
Major.
I'll say this from my dad. I didn't learn emotionally intelligence, but that's where you have the levels. Like from your mom, you learn your emotional intelligence. You learn how to be nurturing. From your dad, you learn all of those hardcore traits, and unfortunately, that's how we grow up. And you look at it.
And that's a privilege, though.
It is, and that's why I'm speaking. That's why I'm in the middle.
Yeah, that doesn't.
You know what I mean?
Many people don't have.
And if you look at the landscape of the world, most people don't grow up like that. So they either have one or they have the other. They're super feminine, which is why we have the sassy men epidemic.
Let's not say that.
Or you have the super.
No, that's really
sassy.
unfair.
You do have a sassy man epidemic.
That's
we do.
unfair.
No.
I'm not even doing that with
Let's
y'all.
Talk about it. Talk about
That's
it.
unfair.
We do have a sassy man
I'm gonna let you rock
epidemic.
out. It's a whole
the
era
language you
of
guys are
sassy
saying
niggas.
you should
And it's
actually
sassy.
The language isn't
be
what-
But you
conscious
don't
of.
you don't view it that way. But what it's doing is watering down
more feminine men in their
you can
traits
get
and their qualities and
and
how
they
they
get
go about.
Let kids-
Women
let-
are naturally more nurturing,
Of course.
Yeah, 100%.
and men are more
And we're not meant to be that way.
are less nurturing.
Look
Yeah,
at
you shouldn't
go
be
say
that
your
way.
point. Say your point.
Mas
My whole thing
men,
is, bro,
masculine.
We have to
men.
let each other talk. I'm the moderator, but I'm
Yeah,
in here.
no.
Go ahead.
This
You
is
got
a
it.
safe space.
Certain niggas, like I come around and shit, like me being able to work my hands and do certain shit. People that know me know what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I call you.
Hey, look, I'm about to say,
right.
even
This
you
my
call
best
me.
friend. I
Hey,
call
look,
him.
Look, Ty called me. She on India called me and shit. Most niggas don't know how to work with their hands. They're not men no more, bro.
Right.
They're new age women.
Can you check and see if that's still recording?
You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is really, the shit is kind of diabolical at this point. Like,
And let me-
I'm worried for where this shit is about to go, because like niggas don't know how to do
good.
anything as far as like men go with working with hands. None of that, you know, and you know it, but you
Yeah.
don't want to.
Or it's only a certain-
Yeah, it's a few.
It's a few.
Like
It's
nigga,
rare.
like I'm worth my weight in gold at this point. Outside
But
of
I
everything
think
else.
And I would say
Women
that.
can do the same thing.
Come on,
But do you
man.
want to?
We not
The
talking
question,
about that.
of course,
yeah.
of course.
That's not
And
what
look,
we
there's
said.
No,
there's
but that's a
rule-
different question.
No, but I'm not
Can
trying to.
they? Yes, but do
Yes.
they want to?
You
No.
don't need to though.
And
Not all the
a
time.
real man ain't even finna have you on that type time.
Right.
Though.
And that's where the real man
shorty
thing
out
comes
there.
in.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
working on no cars, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Anything when it comes to you doing some manual labor, I don't want you doing that.
And
man.
that's where the if comes in, because they say
That's
if
where
was
some
a
of y'all.
That's real
if,
shit, though.
if,
That's
if
real
was a
shit.
fifth, we all be drunk.
Yeah,
and this
for
is what I would
sure.
say before we wrap this first half. It's systemic, right? I would say this in the
Yeah.
in the 60s, and I
That's good.
This is from Dr. Umar. In the 60s, you could take trades. You can do automotive, plumbing,
Facts.
Go crazy.
electrical, contracting, etc. And you would figure those skills out because college wasn't for everybody. You would
Yeah,
leave college, you
facts,
leave high
yeah.
school, and I don't say that in the back. All of us went to college, but sometimes when they say college ain't for everybody, more or less it's like you don't have to go to college. You could start a business
not,
out
bro.
or start an apprenticeship.
Absolutely, yeah.
But in the 70s, around 70s, 80s, they took it out of schools.
Mm-hmm.
So boom, a lot of men don't even know how to work with their hands. You don't learn it in high school.
Yeah.
They don't
Then
do shit,
the
man.
90s come, the drug epidemic.
Yep.
And that separates a lot of the you probably know what's the bill that did the 3 strike rule where men were going to jail for like 0.5 of marijuana.
I
so that
should
was
know this.
that right. She's a
But-
lawyer, y'all.
You sir.
But
I'm not.
nonetheless, it was
2 more
systemic
months.
in the 60s.
But I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Yes.
The skills
When
that
they were
pay the bills,
criminalizing,
the
yeah.
skills that pay the bills were out of school. So boom, we end up in school, and men are the families are being diminished.
Yeah.
The family aspect of man, woman is being
I
diminished
agree
because
with that.
we don't have that man in the household, which was systemic again. I think
did that
I thought-
intentionally,
I
too.
saw- Yeah, I
But
saw.
do you guys not think
did it
that
intentionally.
even that mindset though comes from a place of traditionalism and what it looks like to be a man, to have a wife, to be in the home, to nurture a family? Like what I'm saying
Mm-hmm. I
is,
love that,
I'm not
though.
saying that y'all aren't wrong.
Yeah.
I'm saying that your mindset is limited, and everyone doesn't look at the world and life that way.
For sure,
Yeah.
but that's
So-
I think it's systemic. We should look at like why wouldn't you want to look at a 2-parent
No.
house? You don't think we should have that?
It is systemic,
But it's
and
systemic
even
in a
your
bad way.
mindset is systemic, and you don't even see that.
I mean, it may be, but what I'm saying is it should be 2 parents in the
But
household.
why should it be?
Because
What?
you have a
said
man.
2 parents in the household?
Why should
Yeah.
it?
First off, hey, look,
But
man.
okay, again,
All right.
you're talking to a person who had 1 parent in the household.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And
But
I
you-
and I
hey, look,
had a
you're an
life
exception.
that-
Hey, you're an
No, no, no.
anomaly. You're
But
an
what I'm
anomaly.
saying
You're an
is-
anomaly.
And those don't make
But
the
how
rules.
can you say? But
Amber,
why
you're an
does a
anomaly.
2-parent household make the rules?
Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's Girls Like Sterling, aka Mr. No Cap, aka Sterling Jones from the Sterling Jones Podcast. And check me, we're gonna interrupt this episode real quick just to give a shout out to our sponsors. Shout out out Blow City Hookah Lounge. Blow City Hookah Lounge is the premier place for you to go get some good hookah, get some good food, get some good music. You already know what it is when you go to Blow City, man. They got comedy night. They got karaoke. They got nights where DJ B saying is just going crazy on the ones and twos. So make sure you check out Blow City Hookah Lounge. If you're in the university area and you need a drink, you need a good hookah, if you need just a time out with your lady, with your man, if you want to just go out and have a good time, make sure you check out Blow City Hookah Lounge. Blow City Hookah Lounge is open every day of the week and they ready for you to come in. Make sure you check them out. They got a ton of things going on. Blow City Hookah Lounge. Don't forget. And when you go there, make sure you tell them Sterl from the Sterling Jones podcast sent you there. And make sure you have a good time. Make sure you tap in with Gil, tap in with the waitresses, the bottle girls, and DJ B Sand on the ones and twos. You already know what it is, man. We support Blow City Hookah Lounge right here at the Sterling Jones podcast. You already know what it is. You dig? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back. Whew. Heated discussion. We're going to get to some lighter news. We can get to some lighter news.
Let's relax.
So, we hot. They're going to think we don't fuck with each other. Y'all, we do this on a normal night.
Yeah, no.
On a normal night at Draper. Shout out Draper. So, I do want to do a segment.
yeah.
I forgot to do this.
Love him.
I want to do a segment, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like people don't get their flowers all the time. So I want y'all to think long, hard, and deep about somebody that you may have not talked to in a couple years, somebody you may have not spoken to, and you want to give their flowers for something they done. And I'll start it off. I want to give my flowers to my brother, Jalen Maxwell. You know Jalen. Jalen is my guy. I've known Jalen since middle school. Solid guy.
Super solid.
You probably don't see him much. You probably don't hear from him much. But Jalen, man, he really was the guy that got me on this entrepreneurial life. He got me on doing cameras and video. He taught me a lot.
Jalen, what you want, man? Where you at, man?
He taught me a lot of stuff that I just like use to this day. And I don't give him his flowers much. But realistically, as my brother, that's my friend, that's like my 100% guy that I got to give my flowers to just for what he does, who he is. And you know what I'm saying? People go through stuff as we get older, and I've seen him go through things. And the stuff that he's going through as a child, I can't even imagine myself going through, but he's made it through. He's pushed through, and even today he's still working on being that. But like anytime I call him, he's there for me. Like we got some work that we're gonna do. We're gonna do an interview segment, and it's super talented. One of the smartest guys I know. And Jalen, I just want to give you your flowers, my brother. Like 100%. I probably wouldn't be half of what I am without my brother Jalen Maxwell. So I definitely want to give you your flowers, bro. So turn up for that.
That's dope.
Love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So if y'all got somebody, whoever want to go first, somebody you want to give flowers to.
KJ.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, look, my brother and niece, man. Y'all niggas knew what I was about to say.
Shout out to niece.
Yeah, look, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Whatever I've been through, hey, from the beginning to the end, it's been there for me. Like nobody ever know. I ain't gonna tap in no shit. Ain't no emotional shit. I'm gonna just tell you right now.
That nigga's a man's man.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't finna dive too deep, but you know I love you, bro.
100%.
Cause like whenever anybody, I ain't had no pay, no nothing, down on my dick in the dirt, anything, nigga, you been there for me, bro. Swear to God.
I love that.
Yeah,
good dude.
No, I'm telling you,
good
like,
dude.
nigga,
We covered up.
I definitely. Outside of everybody, nigga, I love you, man.
Love. That's good shit. And men don't do this often, so this is our emotional intelligence. It's good.
Now y'all tapping in.
Yeah, it's real shit.
love that.
It's a good segment, bro.
I like that.
This is really good.
I know he gonna hear this shit. I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah, we're gonna tap in. We're gonna tap in and make sure they see it, because that's what it's about.
But like, I do love you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I say that shit often.
That's
you know what I'm saying? I
good.
don't share that shit. But you a good dude.
That's good.
You know I got your back. Hey, continue this shit. Keep striving. Keep climbing.
100%.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
100%. Amber, who you got? Who you want to give your flowers to?
Oh shit! I spilled my
Make it deep. Make it deep.
Don't end with me, but I have incredible friends, and I could think
For
of
sure.
so many.
For sure.
But the one that comes to mind is my friend. Her name is Morgan, not Morgan O, but Morgan McDowell. I have two best friends.
Shout out Morgan O too.
But I
love you
love
too.
Morgan O. That's my girl. She knows
100%,
that. So
100%.
this is not to diminish that. But my friend Morgan McDowell, she's been around since I've been in law school. So I've been in law school. I feel like I've been in an oasis. Like I haven't been able to be around my friends. I've just been in school mode. And she's been there because she's also in school. So we're both kind of in Durham, Chapel Hill area. And I feel like being in law school, I can't be myself. Like I'm in school mode. And so she just allows me to have that space to just be who I really am beyond that, and to see me. And sometimes, a lot of times, I don't feel seen. So she just gives me the space to do that, and loves me unconditionally. So I'm very thankful for her. I'm not good at giving my friends flowers. I'm not really,
and that's why the segment is what it is.
People. Yeah. So I am excited to give her flowers. I could give all my friends, all my Morgans, Sarah, Takoya, all of them. Those are my girls. Taja, like, love them so much. They all show up for me.
100%. Let's give
Love my
flowers
girls.
and I would say this, man. Like, as we do that, we have an interesting friend group. People came in at different times, but we just took a trip to the cabin, man, and that was an awesome trip.
It
Like,
was a good time.
I mean, it was for your birthday, right? It was for your birthday, and you gave us gifts,
I did.
and we talked about feelings. We got in the hot tub and grilled each other.
Some
and
of us.
We did. But no, let's talk about this, because I feel like people see us and don't think we're people who have depth. Because
Okay,
we are
okay.
always,
Talk about it. Talk
we
about it.
love to have fun.
Honestly,
we're always outside. We drink.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
turn up.
When we get together, it's
Hey,
different. It's
I'm gonna
hate
different.
cut you.
that.
I'm gonna cut you for a
No,
second.
that's good.
The reason why I'm gonna cut you is while we're still around each other is because we have depth.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
And like
Yeah.
most friend groups don't have that shit.
Yeah.
You niggas are fake as shit.
And even today,
And you hanging around motherfuckers that really don't like you.
Right.
Right.
That are
I'm
hating on you secretly.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, look, I'm gonna be real. Look, I done been through some shit. Like I said, I'm down on my dick. And these niggas,
yeah. And I gotta say,
Ain't-
shout out Drake,
ain't
man.
never traded.
Drake would be the other person I give my super flowers to.
Absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
Drake has done some stuff for me I can't even explain or say on the
Facts.
pod. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
he's
Drake a
been
solid
there.
nigga. He's a
It's
solid nigga.
real friends, and I think that, like, even today represents that. Like, I called KJ second person I called about the podcast.
yeah, for sure.
Down, like, what's the date? What's the time I'm there? And he told me you was coming. I was like, I
Yeah.
called you.
Yeah, yeah,
And you
yeah.
was like, make a game time sitting. You changed. Like, I'm be there. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, I asked a lot of people to be on today. Like, unbeknownst, I asked a lot of people to come on and be on. I was supposed to have 2 episodes today, but just like schedules and shit didn't happen. But I feel like when this podcast gets to that point, when people are asking me to come on, which they have, but like people are asking me, and then after a while, I'm gonna have to make a decision, like if I want people. But like this was a concern, a decided decision to have both of you on to come on and like.
Yeah.
First episode, let's kick it out the gate with people I fuck with, friends of the
Facts.
show,
Yeah.
friends of my life for a long time. We've done a lot together, and even like at your birthday thing, we had the time to sit back and like talk about deep shit. We talked about deep shit, and it made a difference. And even like we had fun stuff too. Like we won the drink competition. Let's shout out to that.
Yeah,
Me and-
look.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know what it is.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't really know how y'all went.
Them
that,
guys.
but it's fine.
We did it. We
Them
did it
guys.
though. Well, we did it.
We all made like mixed drinks and
Right. Hey,
had,
look.
like, the best off of like taste, decor, all that.
And-
they
Hey,
and-
look,
won.
Presentation.
my boy gonna
Yeah.
snippet the video in that motherfucker.
Yeah,
don't
I'm-
worry about it.
So we knew we wasn't gonna win off the drink taste.
Nah, that shit was ass.
But we knew we was gonna win our presentation. I said, "Yo, we not gonna win off how this shit tastes, but we gonna make this shit a show."
We whipped something together
Yeah.
though, and we did something.
And
But that
I
was
do
fun.
want to
So,
say,
that
like,
was fun.
the older I'm getting, especially, I just realize the value of friendship.
100%.
And to be able to say, like, damn, I still have friends from high school, from
You
middle
don't hear that a
school.
lot.
No, you
Right,
don't. And
right.
I'm genuinely so thankful. And that's
Yeah.
why at this age, I still nurture that friendship. And I think
Yeah.
people will see it how they perceive it. But
Yep,
I
yep.
know the relationship I have with all of you guys. And I genuinely love y'all so much. So,
I ain't gonna lie. So
Same.
Yeah.
like the women in our group and shit, they really put the battery in my back. Cause
we be on his head. I know
It be
y'all
my
see
head.
him in
That's
the
the thing,
streets,
too,
but
like,
we be on his head.
I really don't care to like have friends hang out
Right.
for real. But I do. I love them.
And you
know.
gotta have that in your group. Like, you gotta have people that's gonna check you.
Stir on my nigga.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he knew to hit me when we talk.
Yeah. We be
But
on the phone for like an hour.
I
Like, I'll call
swear
this
to-
nigga about some regular
Yeah,
shit.
this
We
why this
will
shit
talk
regular.
legit for an hour.
Yeah, this shit
Yeah.
regular. It's like
Yeah.
I'm treating this like another conversation. to
We
be
talk
honest.
literally for an hour,
Nah,
hour and some
plus,
change, and
plus,
we just go on
plus.
about what's going on, life.
Yeah,
and I was
for
like,
sure.
that's why I gotta have you on, but we gotta
Yeah,
make this
let's do
happen,
it.
and that's what this platform is for.
My nigga,
Yeah.
man.
And like I said, curiosity breeds conversation, and ideas
Curiosity.
breed
man.
brilliance. You know what I'm saying? Like people will
100%.
watch this, and if you don't take anything from it, just take the friendship aspect. Like we real
swear to
friends.
God.
Like we fuck with each
Nah,
other outside.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
like,
swear to
we
God.
actually like each other.
100%. We outside tonight.
I didn't even like.
No,
I ain't
yeah,
gonna
this
lie.
is not the end.
We outside.
I done knew Amber Lily
Oh,
like
God.
since fucking fuck.
Yeah.
I done, yeah, like since
This
fucking
dude
what like
jits.
yeah
High school?
jits for
Middle
sure.
school for
Middle
sure.
school.
Middle school.
Middle school,
I heard
late
about her
middle
as a
school.
middle school
Uh-oh.
Good things.
because she
homie.
reminded me of my ex. One of my exes.
That's weird.
Chill, that shit do sound crazy. I don't mean like that. Yeah, goddamn.
Let me be clear.
there
We're
was-
strictly friends. It's never
that
been
shit
anything
sound
but
wild.
that.
Right.
And
One of
I
my
say
exes-
this for real. Women need to have male friendship. I'm
Yeah.
so
She
thankful
called
for
me
my
that.
male
She get a
friends.
fucking jam.
That's a point.
This shit, you know why?
But no, I'm
Because I'm a
thankful
handyman.
for I'm thankful for male friends who can actually be just that. Like
Yeah.
KJ
That's what
has
you-
never crossed that line with me.
Thank you.
We've
Right.
never
I'm glad
ever
she
seen each other as
clarified
anything
that
more
at
than
least.
friends.
Tell me.
And I
Thank
am,
you, God.
and that's
Thank
real because
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
No, it's
yeah,
real
no,
shit.
you're
it's
100%.
unfair that people think, oh, you are friends with
Yeah.
this man.
Fucking this guy,
You're-
you
Yeah,
yeah,
you doing
like
this, you
the
doing that.
assumption is that it's more than that. No, you
Yeah.
can have real friendship.
solid nigga,
We've
man.
been there for each other for things that
For
are heavy
sure.
and hard.
Yeah,
Our parents know each other.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah,
know
100%.
we love each other deeply, and
Mm-hmm.
he's just as much as my friends as any of my girlfriends, and I love him and will
No
call
And not
him.
in no sus
And
way.
I'm thankful. Yeah.
Hey,
And-
I ain't gonna lie. Her
and
mom,
to be honest,
her mom like me
he's
more
not
though.
my type.
Whoa, that's fucking crazy.
But I would never date
Yeah,
him.
you had to say that. I'm a good nigga. You ain't my type either, man.
But that's a point I was gonna say
I'm
too.
not offended.
As guys, you have to be able to have friends. Like it goes both sides. Guys, you got to be able to be
That shit
friends with
solid,
women
bro.
and not be trying to fuck. Women,
Exactly.
you got to be able to have men friends.
You got to,
and not
because,
try to
like-
abuse what they do and who they are.
So look, this is the way I view it.
You need-
I know a lot of y'all
need
think I'm
that.
toxic and shit, but the world
Yes.
won't go around if you don't have like a solid group of women.
Yeah,
Some of them,
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, they ain't shit for sure.
Who?
But women, they ain't shit at all.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I'm
were
gonna
talking
tell-
about
no,
people.
not y'all. I love y'all.
I'm like,
But,
we good women.
Nigga, I wouldn't be like where I'm at right now if it wasn't for
Yeah.
them. So it's this shit is I love it. You
It's
know
a
what I'm
full
saying?
circle.
It's a full circle.
Yeah.
Like circle of life. Nigga.
Yeah.
Lion King. Fuck you.
Like if you got one side of it, you forever in life gonna be looking for that other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
If you never
100%.
experienced both, and the reason we can speak so deeply on some of these topics is because we're around y'all and we
feel
hear
safe.
what you
Yeah.
say about the guys you deal with. Like
Yeah.
one point that sticks out to me to this day when we had the hot tub conversation, we was
Yeah.
all on how to me drape you. Like they was
I
grilling me.
remember.
Bro, it's
Yeah,
the
we were
last
on
of a
his head.
dying
We were on his
breed.
Man,
head.
and we had a conversation. They were, and
Yeah.
I don't want to put your business out, but you were
you're
talking
good.
about how you had a guy that you dealt with that you liked physically, a guy you dealt with that you liked spiritually, and a guy you liked that
Emotionally.
And I was
Yeah.
like, damn. And I was
So-
thinking about my past relationship.
Hold on, what's your favorite?
And I
Well,
hold on, let me
that's
get
what
to-
we were talking
right. And I was like,
about.
and
Yeah.
I had never thought about that. I'm like, where did my exes put me at? Like, where am I? If you think about that, like, what void did I feel for them at that point to where
Right.
they felt
It
like
make
I
you
was the
think.
one? And
It
I
make
swear
you
to
think,
God,
innit?
since that day, I've thought about that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure. I never knew that women thought about it like
make
that.
you shift it.
Yeah,
everything.
for real. I
Move
thought
it.
about that shit, and I was like, damn, I don't even know where in that spectrum that
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I didn't,
Yeah.
but that made so
That's
much
true.
sense to me when you said it,
Facts, yeah.
and I was like, damn, I don't. You want to elaborate on it? That's totally
Yeah,
cool.
no, I mean, that was a great conversation. 'cause
Yeah,
I
it
think
was so
even
deep,
for
bro. I
me
swear to God,
too-
I was drunk as hell. I still remember
No,
that shit.
it put so much in perspective to me too.
Talk to
for
that.
me too. For me too. Sorry. Because we were like, well, what matters? Physical, emotional,
Yep.
spiritual, financial. That was the other one. And I will say, physical matters to me. Like I couldn't go on Love Is Blind. I'm gonna be honest.
100%.
Like
Love Is Blind.
I
I got.
need to look
That
at you
shit
more
ass,
power to
nigga.
y'all. But
And y'all
like,
in the city.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
I
about to
don't
say your
love
name,
that.
but I'm praying for you, nigga.
okay, well, let's not get
shit
into
so-
that too much. But
Yeah.
Straight up.
Nah, hopefully everything
anyways,
going good for you.
KJ, please.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
Yeah.
Physical does
phone
matter
at?
to
Oh,
me,
shit.
and I'm okay with that. Like, I think it's okay to have a physical preference.
Right.
But
Let me
You
go
got-
live while we talking.
where
Amber,
you
be
are,
honest, nigga.
No,
I
physical-
know
Talk about it.
you.
Let's talk about
and
it.
that's what I'm saying. Physical matters for me.
No, I mean it's major.
okay, well,
It's
And
major.
I think that is personal.
But
I would say that-
it's major.
emotional and spiritual also really
they follow
matters
up.
for me. Yeah, like especially the older I'm getting, the more I feel like I need emotionally, the more I feel like I need spiritually, and I'm not willing.
So if you're putting them in order, where are you putting them at? Physical, emotional,
how about that?
spiritual, and emotional. Where are you putting them
How
at?
about that, man?
And this is personal. This is not limited. This is personal. Where do you feel like when it comes to who you're dating, who you're dealing with, when you're dealing with a man, what are you looking for first and what matters the most?
I'm not gonna lie, physical is important to me because if I'm not
so
physically attracted to you, it will be hard for me to have the others. And I'm not superficial. I'm not one of them girls like you can be a fine ass nigga and this is it. Like,
Right.
but also I need to be physically attracted to you. Like
Okay.
that's important. But I also care about where you are emotionally. Can we go to the depths? Can I understand who you are? Can I understand what you've been through? Have you worked through what you've been through? And then spiritually, I do identify as Christian. Like, I do love the Lord, and that's important for me. So I need you.
And let's give a shout out to God, because I don't want y'all to think. Recently, I've been real big on my spiritual journey, man. Like in December, I met with my pastor, and he was like, why don't you talk about God more often? I was like, I don't know. And I've been in church for a long time, but it's just like something that's almost taboo now, unfortunately. But I've been
with our generation.
Yeah, and I've been posting scriptures, not just like for the sake of post, but like literally I have a devotion in the morning where I'm taking a second just to pray and just think about things. And every move I make. And I saw this, and this is a deep point too, about what prayer is. A lot of people think prayer is just like waking up and like, dear Lord, please let me get where I'm going safely. Please let me get an A on this test. Please let me get this job. But it's more about realizing your discourse with God and realizing that you're not in the place you need to be. Yeah. And then you talk to God and figure out, is this your will? You know what I mean? And I saw a thing that said no, slow, grow, then go. So what that means is no. At first, when you ask God for something, He's going to say no. After that, it's slow. You figure it out slowly. Then you grow to what you need to go, and then you move. Yeah. So I think people have a misconception. Look at this guy. KJ. The music playing. People have a misconception of what prayer is and how to understand it. You know, not too much on God, not too much. But people have a different understanding of what prayer is and what that means. And I don't want to get too deep on that, but that's just something I realized. And I'll share that video like on my whatever. But that's just something I realized. But you got to have that spiritual aspect in relationships, fellas. We said we're gonna do this for the fellas too. Fellas, you got to find a woman that's somewhat in depth with God, because a lot of women out here are not even tapped in. I feel like they don't even know how to pray, and that's cool. Teach her how to pray, or just talk to her.
Because I wanted to talk about this more.
Okay, let's go.
As a person who is spiritual, who loves God,
for sure,
I feel like before we try to tell people you need to be in relationship with God, we have to talk about why they're not.
Okay,
and I think, unfortunately, the way society and even the toxic masculinity, a lot of that is tied to Christianity.
Hey, 1 second. What do you consider like toxic masculinity?
Yeah, we sort of do need to go into that.
No, real shit. Like,
I think to me, toxic masculinity is almost. I think when I think about being submissive in a lot of that, and like the man being the man of the house, and like being this way where they have to be superior to women, I associate with toxic masculinity. And I don't think that submission always is associated with male superiority, but I think oftentimes it is. And so what I'm saying is, if we're going to talk about love God, know who God is, let's talk about why people don't. Because you can't get to that. You can't force religion and God onto people when you don't understand why they don't fuck with God, if we're being honest. Like, and even as me, like, where I'm at in my journey with loving and knowing God is like, damn, like I've had seasons where I'm like, this isn't for me.
100%.
But there's reasons that I'm still pursuing and want to know who God is. Yeah. And that's because I've had to alter knowing God beyond who I've been told God is. Right. Because I think who we've been told God is so limited.
Right. And that goes back to that.
Way bigger than that.
That goes back to that point I talked about when 30-year-olds, like what we expect 30-year-olds to be. When we went to church when we was younger, that's what we expected church to be.
Facts.
But to get to your point about what toxic masculinity is, just speaking from it, I think it's more or less like guys not knowing what we know. I don't think we're toxic masculine men. Toxic masculine men is when you don't have any idea what the feminine is going through. We understand what the feminine is going through, but
y'all don't though. That's in that statement itself. That statement itself is toxic masculinity. You don't. You're a male. You'll never understand.
Okay,
that's like a white person saying, I know what it's like going.
Okay,
like,
respect.
You're white,
but we can.
You're not a black male. You don't get it.
Come on.
So for you to say you understand what the woman is going through is your toxicity coming to fruition.
So look,
it's not masculinity.
Take this into account.
Let him go. Let him
take this into account. You got two black men that had fathers. You know what I'm saying, present in the household, ain't it?
Which is a privilege and it's beautiful.
It definitely 100%, and I'm grateful for it. I know he is too. Like my dad, after like 12 years of marriage, he got divorced. You know what I'm saying? You had your pops always
Whole time.
present. I mean, I'm still tapped in my dad. Like,
Right,
even
right,
after
right.
that shit. That's my pops. But it's like you gotta look at this shit like that, man. Like, I don't know what exactly you got going on in your head. Did not understand that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm wilding.
Yeah, get to it. Because what are you saying?
Yeah, I fucking lost it.
I think what he's saying.
Because it wasn't.
I think he's understanding. I think he's saying we understand toxic masculinity is a thing in
Okay.
manhood.
Yes.
I think that we're saying we're apart from that because we understand. We're not saying that we live in it. We're not saying that we're the white friend that's saying we understand the black plight. But we do have female friends. We do have female friends that are going through whatever they may be going through, and we can empathize for what they're going through. We're not saying we completely understand it or we're living through it as you would in your shoes, but we can see it from your side of the table. We know guys that ain't shit. That's what we're saying. We know
Can I
guys.
please? 'Cause this is
let me
too
say
much.
this. We know guys that ain't
If
shit, and
you
we don't agree
see
with them.
No. If you can't identify your role in toxic masculinity, you are the problem.
You still-
Okay, look up
It
the
is
definition.
just
You don't
like
expect it, yeah,
no.
You
Look
still
up the
ain't-
definition.
It is
You
just
still
like
ain't
no,
gave me
seriously.
a
I'm not
definition
even
for toxic masculinity.
I did. And what I'm saying is, it's just like, and not to compare apples to oranges,
Yeah, for sure.
but it is just like a white person saying, "Oh my God, I have black
There you
friends,
go.
so I
get
it."
that. I
You
get
keep
that.
Just
reverting back to
because
that.
you
We're
have
not that.
women, no,
We're
no,
not that, though.
Just
We're
because,
not that.
but that's what I'm saying. It's okay that you guys are actively trying to
Wouldn't you want that
fight
rather than us
against-
saying fuck it?
to fight against
Hey, you know
toxic
you know what's weird to me?
But you also have to understand your role.
I'ma remember this.
When
We
you're
are.
unwilling
We are.
to.
We
You're
are
unwilling
understand-
to
our
see
role
that.
is to be there to understand.
Hey, how is it that y'all got more rights now? And y'all are the most
We
unhappiest
don't
at
have
this
more
point?
rights. We just
What the
lost our
fuck
right
is-
to
What?
abortion.
This is
so
y'all have
I
more rights
don't
now,
know
and
what
it-
rights you're
and
talking
y'all
about.
in history are literally the most unhappiest, and I will never
Oh my
understand.
God, this is so bad.
Yeah, we
It's
back on that.
giving literally.
All I'm saying,
Kevin.
we're not gonna stay on that. All I'm saying
We're not
is
gonna stay on it.
we
Sterling
understand.
knows that's.
Am I wrong?
I'm the moderator.
I'm wrong?
Like,
I don't want to be a part.
I'm wrong.
No. I'm saying it's like we get it, and I'm not saying that we understand it fully walking through your shoes, and we don't agree with everything these niggas do. That's what you understand, Amber. We do not. We're on this side.
What
matter of fact,
part
we're on
don't
your
you
side.
agree with? What
we
part don't
don't.
you agree with?
We don't agree with niggas that do wrong by women, right?
Wait, we ain't talking
Talking to
about.
a man.
No. I'm saying we don't agree. I would say this. I would say this because I did want to say this on the pod.
I'm fucking crying.
I did want to say this on the pod. Men, no.
Wait, be honest.
Let me say this.
No, we
Don't
don't.
lie.
Oh shit. Men do have to do better when it comes to why is your shit muted? You can hear us, Amber? Oh, you good?
Yeah, I
Men
can
do
hear you.
have to do better. Okay, this is what I'll say. Men do have to do better when coming to women. As a man.
Yeah.
When you come to a woman, you need to be in a position where you can. First off, men shoot for the stars sometimes,
Easy.
and that's just because we're used to rejection. Unfortunately,
Yeah, we learned that shit early on.
We live a life, and you live rejection,
If
and
you-
you understand it.
But that's only if you're a certain type of nigga.
right. As long as you're a certain type of nigga. But I'm saying men have to understand who you are
Yeah.
and who you're coming to.
And you
You're
can't
not
be
sex-
happy.
you're not sexually attractive.
You're not at all. Them bitches not better take you serious at all.
100%.
Look, titties
You're a slob.
hanging, your
I'm
stomach
ashamed.
hanging.
I'm
No,
ashamed.
this is the men's segment. Let us cook.
It's the men
Men,
shit.
you're slobs.
Nigga, hey, look.
Go
get
to the gym.
Get that paper up, nigga.
First up.
Get that fucking paper up. Swear to God, get that money up. And it changed everything, bro. Hey, look.
100%.
And then, you know what? Spend time with yourself. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Be comfortable with yourself, bro.
Right.
Because a lot of niggas, I swear to God, whenever I talk to y'all, bro, it's so disappointing, bro, because y'all be so unhappy because you don't know how it feel to be yourself and be alone.
Yeah.
You gotta spend time with yourself, bro.
Yeah.
And she can attest to this shit. She not gonna say nothing because she understand it. A lot of you niggas don't know yourselves, bro.
And it takes
I
time.
know,
We mature slower
laugh
than
and
you.
we having a
Nah,
good
I agree
time.
with that.
But
I agree with
no,
that.
no, for sure. Like, and it's this real shit. Like,
I agree with that.
I am playing, but like,
Talk your shit. We gotta
you
say
gotta-
it.
Yeah.
bro. Like,
This for the men. This for the men segment.
I love niggas, bro. I want to see niggas achieve, bro.
100%.
Just please, bro. Take time to yourself and build yourself. All that other shit be on the other end
And it
of the
comes.
rainbow.
It comes.
I swear to
It's
God,
gonna come.
you'll be great. The shorties, anything you want to achieve, you want to attain, they gonna be there, bro. I promise you. Whatever chick you want, whatever car you want, whatever paper you want to chase, it's right there
Yeah.
on the other end of the rainbow, nigga.
But you gotta make it through.
You
the
gotta
other
make
end
you
of the
gotta make
rainbow.
it happen though.
Yeah. And that's a good point, because I mean, honestly, and like I said, it's the men segment. We're talking to men now.
Yeah,
what you got to do,
talking to
guys?
men.
What you got to do, and it's the breakout. It's the cheat code to life. Is get in the gym first off.
Yeah, please.
Get in the gym. Put your
Nigga,
mind.
get strong.
It's
you feel good.
You feel good.
You heave that
you look
bitch up in the
good.
air, nigga.
You put out a different energy.
Don't matter.
You put out a different energy when you're in the gym and you look like something and you feel like
Yeah,
something.
but
You
they
look good.
respect
You
you,
play
bro.
good. Now, next up would be your job. Kevin Samuels, and this was the part where I was
Hey,
talking about.
look.
Kevin Samuels did talk to the men. He said, if you're not working
Quoting
60,
Kevin
Sam,
if you're
man.
not working
That's
60 hours a week,
Hey, minimum, nigga.
60, and I know
Put
that
them
sounds
hours
crazy.
in.
You gotta work,
You
dog.
thank yourself later.
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
them fucking hours
You
in.
gotta work. I work
Gotta
today,
work.
and we working now.
And a lot of you niggas are bums. Why the fuck are you not working?
Okay.
I don't understand it.
Stop being a
Are-
homeless
are y'all
sexual.
done?
A homeless
That's
sexual.
why no bitch ain't respecting you,
Can
man.
I please?
I would let,
Nah,
I
nah,
promise
nah.
let
This
you
for the
no,
men.
you
This
gotta
for the
Can y'all
men.
wrap it up?
Because a lot of you
It's
niggas are
killing
lazy
me.
as hell.
Wrap
Niggas be
it up.
lazy
I can't
and they
even
be
I
mad.
understand it.
literally am ashamed
Like,
at this
get-
point.
Nah, this
I
was-
don't even want to be
Nah.
associated.
Why she cheat on me?
I'ma
Because
be
you
honest.
Hey.
lazy and you chilling at her
You-
house and you
Bruh.
driving her car
Bruh.
around, but you don't
Okay.
have your own whip.
Easy.
All right.
And you in the crib, you don't have a job.
ahead. Get
Get
ahead.
in the
Okay.
gym.
Wrap it
ahead.
up.
The least you can do is have your body together.
At
Be
least.
sexually
Minimum.
attracted to your woman, because if
Minimum.
she's
Can I
gonna go
finish?
find somebody
She
else that's
not
more
gonna-
sexually attractive,
Yeah, man, you
or
gonna
she's gonna
fat
find
nigga
somebody that got
roll
more
with your
money.
shorty.
100%.
Are y'all
Giving her
done?
dick. That shit's
Okay, we
terrible.
heard
This for the
y'all's
men.
message.
Let me see. Let me think if we
What
done
are
with the
we doing?
men. I just want to make
Toxic
gym,
masculinity
Yeah,
at
you see it?
play.
You see it?
money,
Toxic masculinity.
and the
at
rest of that
play.
shit will come, guys.
Bro, that's
it's
all
simple.
you need.
Gym,
money.
and work. Don't
And
be a
run it
lazy
up.
bum. Don't
Run
be a
it up.
Don't be a homosexual. Don't be
Please.
staying with your girl in her crib and then
Yeah.
wonder why you don't have
A
no control in the house.
hobosexual.
That gets to the 50-50. We're gonna get on that because we're on 25 minutes.
Yeah,
The
man.
50-50 relationships where men are in a relationship with a woman, they trying to do the same thing. You can't be.
Hey, look,
Kevin Samuels said you can't be in the house with a
Pay
woman.
the cost to be the boss, man.
Quoting Kevin Samuels.
Nah,
means
it
Nah,
pay
nah,
the
nah.
cost to be the boss.
It costs
Hey, rest in peace to the king, man.
100%.
For sure. Easy. Let's get to it.
2, 1. And we back. All right. So I know y'all think me and
Stop
KJ
it.
went a little hard. Your shades ain't on. I know you want your shades on. If you want them on.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, 100%. You know I'm gonna get you right. Well, so we're back. Welcome to the Sterling Jones podcast. Where conversation breeds curiosity and ideas breed
For sure,
brilliance.
sure.
So we back. So KJ and I did our rant about men and what you need to do.
I'm
We
off.
cool on y'all. Amber is gonna talk about women and what y'all need to be in a relationship, be happy, be safe, and live in your soft gray era or whatever you want to talk about. All that good stuff.
I won't even address what y'all said because it was crazy.
It went crazy.
Go ahead and cook.
It's
Do your
many
thing.
thoughts on that, but on the real, like for women and for men, like I don't feel like my advice is gender specific because I don't feel like I struggle with gender roles because I've seen women and I've seen men show up in ways that traditionally they aren't supposed to. So I'm gonna say that. But what I will say is I feel like for anybody seeking a relationship or seeking, and I'm not in one, so let me preface that.
Yeah, all of us are single, right? Everybody's
Yeah.
single.
Hey, she
Look, so
choosing,
we giving
niggas.
advice. We giving
Hey, pull up.
advice,
Pull up.
and none of us are
She's
in
available. I'm gonna put her
relationships.
IG
Yeah,
in the,
for
in the,
sure.
in the
That's
bio.
available.
not, that wasn't
We
the
better
reason
throw
I was
that
saying
shit in
that.
there.
Shoot your
Pull
shot,
up.
fellas. Shoot your shot.
Relax. But what I'm saying is, I think for either party, and I feel like I said this when y'all were talking, in order to love or show up for someone else, you have to love
For
and show
yourself.
up for yourself. And so, like,
I agree.
And I've definitely been in that space
Yeah.
for a while now, where I'm like relearning myself, loving myself in ways I haven't been able to. And I feel like a lot of us seek the love that we need from ourselves from other people. And
Yeah.
so the more you learn yourself, the more you learn what you need,
Yeah.
the more you learn how to,
Yeah.
one, have boundaries and standards for yourself so
Yeah.
that when someone comes into your life, man or woman,
Yeah.
they are meeting your expectations for the way you
Right.
need to be loved.
I agree.
And so that is what is important for me.
I agree.
Regardless of the gender that you are, is that
I
you
agree.
know what you need, you know what you want, and then you know how to verbalize that so you can get what you want and get what you need because you deserve that.
And you know what?
And,
To piggyback
yeah.
off of that shit, legit. The problem a lot of people have, they just don't want to be alone.
Facts.
You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
That's true.
So like, I have nothing against what she said. We've been playing around. Motherfuckers
Right.
gonna say little shit with you. But like, legit, a lot of y'all are scared to be alone. You gotta sit with yourself, man.
Yeah.
Please.
That's facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It takes that
And-
self
yeah.
identification
For
first.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what we here for. That's what we talking to you about. It ain't no men against women, no none of that.
Yeah.
We just chopping it up.
Because men need women and women need men. I think we
That's
all
what I
need
was
each
gonna
other.
say. We
You know what
all
I mean?
need
We
each other. No
We
one
need
is
each-
meant
People
to
need
be
people.
alone.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
People
I
need
feel like the
people.
way we were created, we were meant for peoplehood,
Partnership.
for partnership,
For
for
sure,
community.
for
Like
sure, for sure.
no one is meant to be alone.
Right.
Loneliness is hard, and because
Yes.
it's not normal, and
I
it's
think-
okay to have
And I
that.
think
But
that's the problem. We've normalized. I don't need nobody, and men
Yeah.
do it too.
yes, yeah.
Bitches ain't shit, and women have done it. Niggas ain't shit.
Yep,
That's a
yeah.
horrible connotation to
Facts.
even
It
live
is.
off of. Like, if we think about that, like, and that's why this systematic thing we talked about has gotten so deep, because we are literally going into relationships thinking, I don't need this person.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do everything I can not to need this person.
Facts.
How far can you get in a relationship if you go into it thinking about how much you don't need the person?
I agree
And
with
men
that.
too, we go into a relationship thinking, this bitch ain't shit. I ain't about to do shit
Yeah.
for her.
You're not
But
wrong.
like, guys, you gotta put yourself out there. If you don't, somebody else will. And that's where we end up coming up with simps and things like that. Because some guys put themselves out there too much to where it turns a woman off. But
Yeah.
at the same
Are we
time,
gonna lead into that?
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, you good.
You
No,
know,
we it's something that does need to be talked about.
yeah. You gotta
Because
be. But you figure out
it's a fine line, man.
It's a fine line, but you figure out that line
It's a
when you're
fine
working on
line.
yourself.
Exactly.
I got boundaries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because some niggas don't know
How far to go? On
how, like you said, how far to go. So you overexert yourself, bro.
100%.
And like, I ain't gonna lie, the reason why we have so many problems out here is because of simps. No, I'm saying we have a major problem out this motherfucker because of simps, man.
Yeah, we
You
do,
don't know
Amber. We
yourself?
We
Hey,
do.
I be with y'all, and then y'all go
We just go
on
left.
a tangent. And
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't
what
give
the
a
fuck are y'all
fuck. I'm just
talking
saying, like,
about?
not no bad shit. We good, but like, it's like, I don't expect you to understand it, but like niggas is here with it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say certain shit, and
This
niggas
is
gonna be
for the
like,
niggas.
I'm glad that this nigga actually brought this shit up. You make it hard for niggas like us, because then we come around certain shorties, and you got shorties out here that's a fucking 5 out of 10.
I do want to talk about this. I do want to talk before we get to that. So there was a Instagram post or something that went viral in the Shade Room. Amber, I want you to chime in.
Oh God.
There was a lady
Okay.
who, I guess she posted on her story, or maybe she didn't. A guy sent her $30 for lunch.
Is that not enough?
Let me give me to it. Let me lead it up. Let me warm it
I
up.
think I know this
Yeah,
one.
a lady
And I don't be knowing stuff.
was sent $30 for lunch.
I sent the
went on-
shorty $30. She was grateful.
She went on Instagram and she said, "This is not enough. When I go out to lunch, I'm getting entrees. I'm getting drinks. I can't even change my tire." She went on a rant about how she felt like $30 wasn't enough
Put that bitch
for
on
her
ice.
lunch. Now let's talk about it.
Put on ice.
Amber,
Okay.
I want you to talk about it first. We're gonna
Okay.
leave.
For sure.
Not too much on
So-
Amber. We're gonna let you talk about it, and then we're
Thank
gonna get
you.
in.
You got it,
Thank
you
you
got
for giving me space.
Yeah, you got it.
Because y'all been taking up a lot.
For sure. Do your thing.
Which
We
is why
haven't talked a
women
lot.
have
We're gonna let her
soft
rock.
prayers. But anyways, so okay.
What are your thoughts on it?
I get where she's coming from, but not because I'm like $30 ain't shit, but because inflation is real, and the reality is shit costs. Like if you go out to eat with a person, like I've been out to eat 3 times in a row this past week, dead ass. I'm not even kidding, and I've spent more than $40 each time, and I literally got a meal, 1 drink, water, and I think that was it.
Now let me rephrase this. For a person that doesn't know you, if you were to go on the gram and say, "I want some lunch," and you know how y'all girls do, "I want flowers," niggas send it. "I want lunch," niggas send it. And that's the women superpower. You can ask for things and get it. Now, if you were to put that on your story, somebody you don't know sends you $30. Are you unhappy or are you happy with it? That's where I'm
I'm
at.
like, okay, I can go get Chipotle.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. $30 isn't like, you can do something with it, but in the world we live in, it is small. And not because I think that you're like not trying or that you're just giving the bare minimum, but because we live in a world and a society that $30 doesn't hold a lot of weight. To get your nails done now. Back in the day, in the ones who know, if you had a full set, it cost $25. And I promise you, I remember those days.
Same with haircuts. They used to cost a little bit
now
less.
to get a full
Haircuts used to
set,
be 15. I paid 50 now, nigga.
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. To get a full
100%.
set with your nails, at minimum you're paying $70. Like it's not, and that's just your nails.
Right.
If you want to get a pedicure and your nails, the pedicure alone is at least $35. upward of that, and
Right.
then the full set alone is at least $70.
Right.
If you want to get a certain shape, it's an extra $5. If you want to get designs on each nail, it's an extra 10 per every nail. Like, that shit adds up. So yeah, you gave me money to go get my nails done, but you gave me $50.
Right. Let's talk. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna talk about it, then I'll let you talk. My view on it is this: I understand where he was coming from, sending the money, but sometimes, fellas, you got to be careful with leading with your wallet, because this is what happens.
That's true.
When you send money initially, you don't know this woman from nobody. You sending money, and then you got to be careful of who you sending it to, fellas. You got to do your research. You got to do your Carfax. You got to look at who this woman is. I went on her page. This is a woman who posts. She may not be this person, but she's in Dubai. She's in Bahamas. She's in Turks and Caicos. So you got to be careful, and you got to do your research and say, is this going to look like something to her? Now, some women may post things that aren't who they are, but you have to be careful when you are sending money and you're leading with your wallet, because you don't know who you're sending it to and how they're going to receive it. Every woman isn't as generous and grateful as the next woman. Yeah. So if you send money, if you are leading with your wallet, you have to be careful, because you're doing something out of generosity, right? You're working for that money, and you're sending it to somebody expecting them to be grateful, but it's not always going to be received as you expect. And I would say this, fellas, I've done this before. This is one of my little tricks, right? I'm gonna give them a little trick. So I was talking to this one chick on the phone one time, and she worked at a place. And I found out where she worked. I'm talking on the phone. So while we talking, I end up sending some Chick-fil-A to where she at. You know what I'm saying? And I did it smooth.
Cute. That's cute.
I did it smooth. I was like, so we talking like, where you work? Like, how's work today? Like, she's like, oh, it's trash. Like, what place you work at again? She told me, and I'm like, all right. So I'm on DoorDash while we on FaceTime, and I send it. And then while we on the phone, oh, you got to order here. So like, it's cool ways to do it. You got to figure out how to do it and what to do. Yeah. And then hopefully it works in your favor, fella. But that's the thing. In relationships with guys, I would say we really don't have any ROI on anything we do. Relationships can end next day. You can be in a relationship with a person for 2 years and it end. No return on investment. It's over with. It's done. At that point, if you break up with her, she breaks up with you, it's over with. There's no return on the investments that you spend. So you just got to be okay with giving what you give, and you can't complain about it.
Is that though? Like,
I think so.
I should get back.
No. I think every relationship that I've been in, I have got no ROI. I've broken up with people. People have broken up with me. I love all of my exes, whatever it is. I don't think I got no return on investment. See, at that point in time, you just live that life and you spend what you spend, and you can't expect nothing from that. No ROI on investment. I mean, on relationships.
I'm gonna tap in with that real quick. Right?
None.
Can I say one thing?
You good.
The way you love people isn't because of what they will, the way they will love you back. Yeah. Like, you love people.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how you love.
Yeah, and I'm saying when it ends,
what you're gonna get back.
When it ends, you can't be upset.
I'm only gonna pay for her shit because she might. Like, no.
No. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying you need to be cool with just understanding when it ends, and everything you spent is spent. It's done. Okay. No return on investments in relationships. So just be careful of how much you're spending, how much you're doing. Make sure this person is for you. Make sure you learn yourself enough to say, I'm cool with spending this and expecting nothing back.
Okay.
And I think the unlucky part.
It's unlucky for sure.
It's unlucky as fuck. I think the unlucky part, like,
it's unfortunate.
Men and women dealing with each other, like, women, they check out early on mentally, emotionally.
Oh yeah,
all that. So you're not even aware, damn near.
Yeah, that it might be coming to an end.
Yeah, it's kind of, they wake up one morning like, but they already had this shit planned out probably like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, checked out.
80% of divorces are done by women.
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
80%.
Where did you get that fact from?
It's a fact. Look it up.
No.
80% of divorces are issued from women.
It is.
I'm telling you.
It is.
Because women, like you said, they'll check out early, and then when it's time,
I don't disagree with that. I think that's true.
And then they start putting shit in the works. Yeah. And then you're just not even aware about it.
Yeah.
And then it just crashes.
Because we pick up on shit before
y'all do.
But I do want to get into
let's
women
move on.
making more than
okay,
men.
Boom. Go ahead, because we got
before we end, because that's really important.
Women making more than men. Let's get on this topic.
So hey, look, let's keep it hot. Like, how does everybody feel about that? We just go down the line.
Yeah.
You go first, KJ.
Personally, do I want to deal with a woman? My bad.
You good.
Personally, do I want to deal with a woman that makes more than me? Nah, not at all. Only because I've lived in a household where that actually has taken place.
And what were the effects of it?
You got a woman that sit here and it could be like she'll talk down. It's kind of demeaning to a degree, you know. Personally, I like me how I am. as masculine as I am, you got to know who I am in general. I'm good on that. I would rather have that like authority over my household. You got to pay the boss to be the boss.
100%
type shit. Like I'm good on it, bro. Yeah, I don't want that.
We're gonna get to you.
I'm holding back. I'm really holding back.
I'm gonna keep it high.
We don't have much time, so don't take too much.
Does it work in some households? Yeah.
We'll do 30 seconds or less.
Type nigga I am. I don't want that. So hey.
Okay, so for me, women making more. Ideally, I would not, but I understand that it happens. I'm at the point where I understand that in certain situations, a woman can make more, might make more, but it has adverse occurrences.
Okay.
When a woman makes more, she gives off more of an A-type personality, which is the controlling demeanor. Because at any point in time, just like y'all, when y'all get mad, say you got a small dick. Like girls they'll say, "Nigga, I'm making more than you. This is my house." And I'm saying y'all use it to your advantage, and then it's like you use it as a point of ammo rather than a point of like growth. Yeah. And I would say that's the only point that's the only thing I don't like about it is when you get to the point where you get in an argument or something goes wrong, then that gets pointed at you as like, this is why I'm better than you.
Okay.
And men, I feel like when we make more, we're not saying I make more money than you. Of course, nigga, you should. You should make more in the household. So I'm just saying, I just don't like the adverse effects of it when it comes off in a negative connotation. Sure. I understand that we could make more. And honestly, this is like the 50-50 and then the like, whatever we're talking about. I feel like if I'm making 70,000 and you making 70,000, just as an example, the household income is now 140,000.
Yeah.
Together we are making, we can make some shit shake if we're making 70,000 and 75, 70,000 and 100. We're now household income 170,000. Yeah. I'm for the household. I'm for the togetherness. If I'm making less, we can make up for it in what I do masculinely. I can make sure that the protection is there, make sure that the security is there, make sure those things that don't cost money are situated. I'm doing what I got to do on the job side, and I'm doing what I got to do on this side. I just don't like it when it's used negatively and it's used as ammo rather than a point of growth.
Yeah, because when shorties sometimes, not all the time, feel threatened and they crash out emotionally.
Yeah.
They fucking bring it up.
They throw that on you. And
they throw it on you.
That hurts as a man, as your ego.
As a man, that shit, it does bruise your ego.
It bruises you.
So it's like, come on.
As long as you don't use it negatively.
That's why I wouldn't want to be in a predicament.
Right, where it could ever happen.
A shorty is making more to me. I would want to make more to her respectfully.
Okay. Are y'all done?
Get to it. Yep.
Yeah,
to wrap this up.
Yeah.
And this isn't to come at y'all, but it is to say that to me, that is your own insecurity. And again, this goes back to toxic masculinity, where because me making more than you has nothing to do with you as a man and your masculinity and your way to show up for me in the household.
Yeah, I said that.
And no, because I think a lot of the examples y'all gave, granted, I agree. If I'm throwing it in your face,
that's the only time I feel like it's a problem.
You feel small, like
that's it.
Yeah, nigga, I make more than you. Like you only, that's different.
That's the only thing that we have a problem with.
But for me to make more than you and it to be an issue is unfair because I might be in a profession, for instance, as a dominant woman, as a type A female, I know I'm coming with a lot, And
I think
I need a man who's secure in himself who can handle that. But it doesn't make him less than me.
But don't weaponize it.
And I will love and respect and love on my man as if he is equal to me, whether that's monetary or not. But if he makes less than me, that doesn't make him less of a man than me.
100%. And I think
it's unfair. I don't know if y'all
we agree. Like nothing we said we disagree. I don't think anything she said we disagree with. It's only when it's weaponized and used. So KJ's point.
I agree with that. If it's weapon, but that's not only from women. Men weaponize that too.
I've never heard a man say, "I make more than you, girl."
Yeah, they do. That's unfair. Men are usually more verbally, phically, and emotionally abusive.
Not about how much we make. Not about how much we make.
A lot of women who are in domestic violence, and I was a women in gender studies minor, so let me throw that out there. But women who are in domestic violence relationships often are not financially able to, they don't have the financial stability on their own
to leave, right?
Exactly.
So let's use
a lot of the reasons, and I think there's a lot of reasons women stay for emotional, they love this person. There's many things, but sometimes, and not all the time, but sometimes the male is financially more stable and the woman doesn't have anything to go off of. So you often see, and if you look historically, women stay in relationships that they often shouldn't, because the man is financially
and that's
providing.
I don't think think the men should weaponize it either. I don't think it should be weaponized on any front.
Exactly.
And so if we use somebody, who's been in a domestic violence case recently that we could use an example? The Jonathan Majors and his girl, maybe.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, we don't really want to talk about that shit because like that shit.
Yeah,
It's different. That had different content. But I'm just saying, I was trying to use your example.
You got whole video footage of my man running away.
In a domestic dispute, first off, men, keep your hands off women. That's 100%. As a man, keep your hands off women. That shit, you should never get to that point. Just leave. Like you shouldn't. Like I don't care what it is.
From either part, and I think too for women, don't provoke men to get to that point.
It should never get there because if you provoke that man, 9 out of 10 times they know they're gonna go there. Men, you obviously know you can dominate a woman physically. So why the fuck would we don't have to talk about that.
Facts.
But I would just say domestically, I don't think a man should weaponize that he makes more, or a woman should weaponize that she makes more.
Yeah.
It's got to be an understanding and knowing. And what KJ is saying, I feel like, is like he doesn't want to even get in that position where it could become that. So he would just like to make more, period.
And that,
you know what I mean?
And what I'm saying though, especially now, because this is facts, black women especially are more educated than black men.
Yeah, right.
And so what we often, as a black woman who is highly educated, we run into a scenario where the men we encounter don't always have the education level we do. But that doesn't make us see them less than. And I think that's the difference for us. Like I'm okay with the man not having the same education levels or the same income with me.
Okay.
It doesn't minimize who they are as a man. You can still show up and be
in other
secure in
ways.
your manhood regardless of what I have. Because I'm going to still have what I have. And I'm not going to minimize what I have to make you feel better about who you are.
Right.
You need to be secure in who you are and be able to not feel like you're competing with me or feel like you're being minimized by me, because you need to be secure in who you are, period.
Got it.
And so I feel like that's where, like, to me, that's the struggle is like, I'm gonna be who I am. I'm going to make what I make. For me, because I grew up in a single parent home, because of my lifestyle, that's what I know. Right. As a woman, as a black woman, I'm going to be good on my own, but I still want partnership and I still want someone to share that life
and
with.
relationships.
Yeah. And I'm okay with being with someone who doesn't have the same monetary, income with me or vice versa, whatever it is, but knows how to love me and show up for me in ways that I need, and that's more important to me than what you make.
100%.
And
any close? That was great. I agree with that.
No, that's it. That's all.
Any closing remarks, KJ?
No cap. All I want to tap on next, because I know we better finish out here soon.
We gotta make it cool. We on 27. We just any closing comments. We can't even really go. We gotta do a part 2. We gave him enough of this.
This is a lot.
So any closing comments? We gonna close them.
Wrap it up.
Man, hey, look.
Talk to the camera. Tell them
what you think.
Not too much. R.I.P. to my nigga K Sam's. I'm about to be back on this bitch. We about to be going crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm out of here.
Let me say, you gotta wait, nigga.
Right?
You can't leave yet.
What the heck?
I'm checking out, nigga.
He don't know how to do podcasts.
You gotta wait, nigga. Let me say this. So, as the episode concludes, man, I definitely appreciate both of y'all for coming on. This is awesome conversation. We do this all the time, but it's the first time it's been on camera.
Yeah.
I appreciate both of y'all for being here.
Just so y'all know, I be on their head because they don't know how to act
Hey, look,
in real life.
I want to say this, bro. I'm happy to be able to partake in my boys' endeavors.
Yeah.
For sure.
My nigga solid. This shit been a good time.
Yeah.
Good convo, good conversation with good people.
It's been fun. We've been having a vibe in here.
Yeah, definitely.
We support black-owned businesses and everyone who's actively
100%.
pursuing their own shit. Like,
Hey, y'all got
10 toes down for
y'all got
y'all.
any questions, anything? Y'all drop that shit wherever. In the comments.
Hit us up.
Let's
Tag
do
it. Put your IGs and whatever.
Drop your
how
IG.
they reach up.
Drop your IG.
I'm talking about you, nigga.
yours.
Tell your IG.
He's not used to this.
My shit, hey, look, KJ_the_kid. Or just type in KJ Wood. My shit'll pop up, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm Amber Lizzie 4. My middle name's Elizabeth. So Amber, Lizzy, and the number 4.
Okay. And India, we appreciate you two being here and doing what you did. we got her
in the
working hard.
background.
Working hard.
Hey, come on, pop in the camera right quick.
Just
people-
wave. Just
Come on,
wave.
just wave. Come wave in the camera.
She
She don't want to show
So
her.
fucking light skinned.
100%.
Don't worry about it, man.
Don't be colorist. But that's a different conversation.
Look.
Oh, with the light skin?
No, that's
we
a
gonna do
different
it.
conversation. We'll save that for another episode.
Nonetheless, these are
This
friends
shit
of the
been
show.
fun.
From now on, y'all friends of the show. Anytime y'all want to come on, kick it, vibe, let me know. Y'all good to go. But definitely, man, this has been the first episode of the Sterling Jones podcast, where curiosity breeds conversation and ideas breed brilliance. And I appreciate y'all coming on. And until next time, and y'all had to catch us, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. We'll catch you next time. You already know what it is. You dig? And we out. Boom, boom, boom. You dig?
Love you guys.
We
this
outta
is
here.
fun. I love it.
We out.
Bye.